Hi, Eduardo. We've got more essays from you. Great job. Let's take a look at this straight away. Copyright laws. Okay, there are two questions here. So, do copyright laws limit creativity or reward it? And would society function better without such rules and regulations? Let's see what you had to say. Some voices consider the copyright laws an obstacle to developing new ideas because obstacle to the to here is actually a preposition. So you need to put an ing after a preposition. The essay will argue that as a result of these legal procedures, artists and authors can work on the creation of new ones. Of new ones what? Of new works, of new creations, something. So yeah, because what this ones is referring to isn't clear. Oh, do you mean maybe ideas? Well, yeah, but you know what? You've got so many nouns between like this and this that's not really clear. To support this idea, the following paragraphs will refer to an academic study and an empirical example occurring in Asia or from Asia, or something, but yeah, not really occurred. First of all, as a consequence of the existence of these rules, which were designed in the 20th century, authors can focus full-time in the improvement of their final products. This is largely because they have the guarantee that in case of any controversy, their legal tools will cover them. For example, according to a research, no, not a research, but just research, because research is uncountable. Published from the University of California, American painters, capitalize American, used to invest 30% of their time researching about similar paintings in the area. Nowadays, both painters and writers have the ability, they have the certainty that although there may be others working on the same project, there is a legal bureau that can provide certainty about the ownership of the rights. Okay, that's interesting. So essentially, it helps people focus. You think they're good because they protect people. All right, I just want to make sure that it's clear. Secondly, despite these regulations, hang on. There's something happening here. Secondly, although these regulations require a long time to be enforced completely, their final purpose is to restrict the duplication of products. This is due to the fact that copies will never have the correct know-how, even though they might be cheaper. For instance, in 2010, a speaker made by Sony was copied by a Korean enterprise, capitalized Korean. After a bureau gave the rights to the Japanese brand, it was revealed that by that year, any of the speakers copied were working. None of the speakers? Maybe mean none. Therefore, these rules also are excellent tools to give society high-quality products. To conclude, copyright laws are excellent tools to reward creativity due to the fact that they save time to the owners and provide society high standards in favor of quality and safety. Okay, so for me, this is not dealt with as it should be. I understand this paragraph. This was pretty clear. You answered it here. However, you really need to be a little more direct in answering this particular question. Would society function better without such rules and regulations? You need to say no, that these rules are necessary to provide society safeguards and protection, okay, for the products they use. I mean, and that should have been written about right here, so that it's clear where you're going with this and why you're talking about this Sony versus Korean thing. Alrighty? So, you need to make your answer to each of the two questions really clear when you have like a question that's a 2-question essay. On the whole, good job though. So let's take a look at your other essay, Eduardo. Okay, and here we have the bar chart with the calorie intake for UK males. You don't have it here, do you, anywhere, so I can refer to it? Ah, excellent. Okay, so the bar graph below illustrates the proportion of calories taken by British men, capitalized the B, from 4 different products. Overall, it can be seen that vegetables are not as popular as other foods among the 3 groups of people. In fact, this product represents less than 20% of the intake of calories. All right, I like that. Nice. The dairy food category shows a decreasing trend. For instance, while the youngest males take more than 40% of the calories from this product, this proportion is reduced to 15% in the oldest group of people, who take 65% without the other calories from pulses, which is notable because neither the 0 to 24 or 25 to 49 categories consume more than 20% from the source. despite the fact that, here, meat is the main source of calories for the group of 25 to 49, this trend declines to 20% when they get to be more than 50 years old. Other categories, no, hold on. Another category that is less consumed with the passage of the years is the one related to vegetables, whose percentage is around 10%. Yeah, but it was never popular to begin with, so it would have been nice if you had said that started at 20 and then fell in popularity. Now, okay, I really like this on the whole, Eduardo. I like this really a lot, and I like this really quite a bit. The one thing where I kind of felt a little nervous was when you talked about the trend declining. Yeah, because this with the passage of years, and that's the expression you wanted first of all, with the passage of years, with the passage of time. The reason I mention that is because these are not the same people. I mean, it's basically like a snapshot of people from one age group, people from another age group, and people from another age group. So there's maybe an indirect implication that this would happen over time with the younger groups, but we don't know that for sure. So we need to avoid things like with the passage of time, people consume this less. It's not necessarily true, because it's possible that these people ate exactly the same way when they were this age. I hope that makes sense. So you need to be careful with saying that these things show changes over time. They imply it, but it's not necessarily true. So we really need to be careful with stuff like that. I mean, so what you really want here is like the language of comparison, that these people ate less, these people ate more, these people ate twice as much as these people, and that's it. Okay, so I hope that helps. I liked this though. I like the way you included your information. It was well done. Okay, so great job with these, Eduardo. Really looking forward to seeing more of them from you, more essays. Don't forget to correct these and add the errors to your correction list, and I'll be looking for your next essays in the next day or so.